Welcome, Fear Busters! Welcome to Fear Buster Friday, where we bust those fears. Never fear, your Fear Buster coach is here. I'm Lydia Rieger, and I am a transformational life coach with Tanglewood Tutoring and Transformation. And I empower you to unlock your goals and dreams. Step off your fears so you can step into your greatness. Today we're going to talk about the art of having what you want. What you want. What do you want? What do you really want? Think about that for a moment. I've got some notes because I don't want to forget anything that I am prepared to show you and talk to you today about. We are going to design a life that you love living. That's the art of having what you want, is to actually design it. Now there's an art and a science to what you want. But today I'm just going to talk about the art. Do you like art class? Or if you're a grown-up, do you remember art class? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you think you were good at art or not good at art? Do you right now think you're good at art or not good at art? It doesn't really matter, because this kind of art you're going to love no matter what, because it's your life and you get to design it. You get to paint the picture. You get to mold the clay. You get to do it. It's all about you and designing your life instead of living by default. You know, some people tell me, Lydia, I'm just going to wait and see what happens. That's living by default. How about let's make it happen? So we're going to make it happen today. Are you with me? All right, here we go. Get out a piece of paper, because this is fun and this is how you can design a life that you want. You take your piece of paper and you just draw a plus sign. So you have four quadrants, okay? And in quadrant 1, you're going to put down the word health. Health. We all have health, whether it's good, bad, or in between. We all have health. So health you can think of as, it could be your physical health. It could be mental. It could be emotional. It could be, those feelings, okay, that you have, or your physical well-being. We'll just put the word well-being here too. Anything that you can think of to do with your health. And you get to make it up. You get to say that you're vibrant and full of energy and you can dance or go bowling or go hiking or skiing or whatever you want to do with your fantastic physical health. And you have a great mind and you can be focused and clear on your decisions and things like that. So anything to do with health and your feelings, you feel fantastic, you feel happy, whatever it is you want to feel. So that's what we're going to think about when you're thinking about your health. And the next category can be over here, and you can call it relationships. And what kind of relationships do you have? Well, we all have family of some kind. Whether we have biological family, adopted family, just any family of our choosing, whoever we're living with. Even if we're not living with somebody, we might have a very close friend we consider family. So we've got family. My hands are a little sticky there, sorry. Family. We have friends. What else do we have for relationships? If you are working, you may have co-workers. You might have, significant others. Significant Others, you know, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, that sort of thing. Oh, and your higher power. So my higher power is God, but whatever your higher power is, okay? So you have all these relationships. And I'll tell you what we're going to do and where the art really comes in, but we're going over all the categories first. Third category is vocation. Vocation, what does that really mean? Vocare comes from the Latin word vocare, and it means your calling. Now, sometimes we go to a job, and it may not be our calling, but that's okay. You know, we might have what we call a career. Sometimes whatever we're doing for money in our job, we might feel like, okay, it's a calling, and this is really our purpose in the world, our purpose. Even if you don't feel that strongly about your job or career, that's okay. But this is in the realm of vocation. What would you really love to see there? And this is where you also have a lot of creative energy. Now, some jobs may not have a whole lot of creative energy to them or require a lot of creative energy. So maybe you are going to that job, but you know there's something you would love to do and you have your own creative energy for some special project. So that's what I'm talking about. All of these types of things can go into the category of vocation. Okay, and you're probably going to spend a lot of time or a significant amount of time doing these things, whatever vocation it is, whatever kind of creative career, whatever. Okay, just know that this is the category where you're spending a lot of your time doing. Okay, and lastly, the last category is, in fact, your time and money freedom, and the key word here is freedom, because the more important things, like you want to be able to spend time doing the really important things. You want to be able to have more time to do the things that you feel are really important to you. And you want to have more money so that you get your own needs taken care of, and so you can give your gifts to the world a lot easier. So just keep in mind there, more time and more money, that will give you more. You'll be able to do these things that you really want to do with ease. So I'm going to put ease and fun. And it's also, to me, a lot about giving back. Because if you look at it this way, a lot of people tell me, well, Lydia, I really don't have to have a lot of money to be happy. Well, that's great. And I always tell them that having more money, there's nothing wrong with having more money, because that will enable you to always be able to take care of your own needs and help others even more. So you can reach your goals and dreams, whether it's something to do with philanthropy or something to do with your friends or family, helping them. You're going to be able to help them and bring your gifts to the world a lot better, a lot easier, if you have more money. Let's just face it, it's a fact. And there's absolutely nothing wrong or bad about it. So I just want to mention that as well. So here we go. We've got these 4 categories. And what I want you to do, if you're willing, is to have this sheet of paper, write out these things, But then write very specifically what you want to see yourself doing in each one of these. So a quick example would be, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have fantastic health. I wake up every morning filled with energy, and I get to do, and then you can list, some of the activities that you're doing that is demonstrating the great health that you want to be having. And then you can say, my relationships are deep and rich, and then you mention specific relationships and what kinds of relationships you're having with those people and what you're doing because of those relationships. And then you can go on and list things about your vocation or job and your calling and creative energy and what specifically you're doing there. And then, of course, with time and money freedom, what's really important to you and what are you doing with all the time and money freedom you now have. And I want to challenge you to, here's where the real art comes in, okay? This is the design. Let's say you've written everything down and you've designed it, okay? And some people aren't really, they'll tell me, well, do I have to write it all down? There should be some form of something that you're physically creating. So if you're not into writing, that's all right. Draw pictures, paint, sculpt it, dance, or do some other movement and have somebody take your picture as if you're doing those things. And then you can print those pictures out and put them on a poster. Or you can find your own pictures on the internet or in magazines, cut them out, print them out, paste them up on a poster, and then have that so you can see it every day. So that's kind of the art about it, okay? You're really truly designing it yourself. You're not just waiting to see what happens in your life. You're taking initiative and saying, I would love this. And you're drawing a picture or you're writing a description. And the key is to act like you already have it. Pretend like it's a photo album. Maybe that's what you want to do. Create a photo album. And actually of things that you want, but pretending like you already have them, and that's why they're in your photo album. Imagine a time in the past when you went somewhere. It doesn't have to be some exotic vacation, but anywhere, or just a little, maybe you were out to dinner with a friend and you want to show another friend the picture that you took. Okay, and so what are you doing? You're taking out your camera, your device where you've got your pictures, and you're sharing those pictures with your friend or your family member, and you're saying, look at this, look what we did, look, that's me, there's my friend so-and-so, there's my dad or whoever, in the picture. And that's what I want you to do with your dreams, the things that you really want, that you're designing. Put them in on a poster or in a photo album and act like they've already happened, as if you're sharing them with a good friend. Guess what? Look what we did, and act like that. And every day, whether you're by yourself doing this or you have a partner in believing who you're talking to, but you say this out loud and get really excited like it's already happened. I'm so happy and grateful. I've got this, I've done that, these relationships are great, I'm working on this project, this is done. And it feels, and then put a feeling in it. It feels so great. And I just feel wonderful, and it has made a big difference in my life and the people I'm connecting with. So that's the kind of, and that's actually the science right there. That really is the science part of it. And I'll talk more about the science next Fear Buster Friday video. But this Fear Buster Friday video is to do with the art, the actual design. What do you want? And get very, very clear on the specifics. And these are 4 main categories in your life, because we're always having results in these 4 categories. It just depends on, are they coming just let's see what happens, or are they coming because you are designing them? And you can actually create a life that you design, that you love, and this is how you do it. Now let me make sure. Oh yes, I wanted to tell you a couple other things. So this works, okay? I just want to end with saying this really works, and some proof that it works is, some people, they put their pictures and things up on a board. They call it a vision board. And they actually receive those things eventually that they've put up there. One of my coaches had a picture of a vacation she wanted to take, and it was manifested within a couple years and paid for not by her. It was paid for by a member of her family. That was something that was on her vision board, not necessarily that it would be paid for, I think, but that she wanted to go to this place, and then it was done. There was John Assaraf. He had a picture of a house that he wanted something like that. Turned out that next house he bought, he didn't know until he moved in, it was the exact house that he had clipped out of a magazine or something and put on his vision board. It was the exact house. I mean, now that is something, right? I've had clients that have put things on their vision board, have come true. Friends that have created picture albums of things like cars that they wanted, and they got what they wanted, the exact car that they wanted. So this stuff works. And for me too, I have had success with this. So give it a try, and that is the art. And remember, even if you don't like or don't think you're good at art, you can always be creative. Every single one of you out there is creative. You are a creative genius, whether you believe it or not. You really, really are a creative genius. You can have, and you deserve to have, what you would love. Just start right here. Start here and design it. You can paint, like I said, draw. You can dance it out, imagine it, but just do it. And here's a great place to get started. And then hang it up. If it's something visual, I highly encourage that it's something visible that you can see on a daily basis, and then really get in harmony with that by getting excited and really feeling like, wow, I did it already, and pretend like you're talking to your best friend and say, oh, you won't believe this. I got to go here. I have this great relationship now with so-and-so. I have this much money. I have this time freedom. And just really start talking about it like it's happening right now. And that's a little clue to the science, but it all starts with the art. And you gotta know what you want, and you gotta get super clear. So thanks for watching The Art of Having What You Want. I'm Lydia Rieger, your Fear Buster coach. Remember to make every day a Fear Buster day.